This conference will now be recorded.
Even let's start, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So I have prepared, like yesterday we're discussing, right? We have to create 4 servers, right? So one moment,
Yes.
please. Just give me refresh to you, and then we'll continue. So here, not this one. Just take the images. So if you take any image, yeah, this one also looks fine. Suppose if you take this image, here we pushing the code, and the code is already in the GitHub. Code is already in the GitHub. So
Okay.
our code is already in the GitHub. So this is our code, and this code, what we do is it is already there. So Jenkins will pull it. Jenkins will pull that code from the GitHub, and it will give to Maven. So this is not the correct one. There is a Maven here. Okay, here it's showing Maven. Okay, Maven tool will build it, and then your Ansible tool will deploy the code on Docker. So the whatever the build tool build the a var file will be generated. That var file, where Ansible tool will give it to Docker. Actually, it won't give it directly to Docker. Actually, what Ansible do is Ansible simply runs this file, this Docker file. It simply runs this Docker file. So in the Docker, whatever our Maven created, the var file is there. No, that will be stored in this in this path. So that it is when Ansible executes this Docker file, these commands will be executed, and one of the command is copying the var file generated by Maven tool. That will be copied into the running container. A container will be running now. In that container, our var file will be generated. Now our application will run whenever this container is executed. Whenever this is executed in a pod. So we don't have pod, right? Pod will come into picture only if you run the Kubernetes cluster. So if you open the task.sml, this is a file which Ansible uses, task.yml. So if you, it's not opening a new window, right? Come. This task.yml, right click on it and open a new tab. Actually, in this picture, your YAML will communicate with these two servers, that is Docker and Kubernetes, using this YAML file only. So this is your YAML file, and in the YAML file, it is reading the Docker file. You see, it will read the source Docker file. It copying the Docker file. So source is Docker file. When you set source Docker file, nothing but from here Docker file will be pulled from this folder. Docker file will be pulled. From here it will copied to where it is saying destination slash home slash ansadmin, meaning what? So like there is a username and Ansible admin, where in which server. Here I'm saying hosts docker means Docker. If you go to our actually I'm running 4 servers, right? So if you go here, we have 4 servers. So in this Docker machine we have a username called ansadmin. To that path, Docker file will be copied by Ansible. So this is our Docker file, and these are Ansible, and this is our EKS, which we are running regularly while learning Kubernetes. This is your Jenkins anyway. Jenkins is running. So Jenkins is running here. So then Jenkins is running here, and one more please. Some noise came. Swaraj joined. Okay. Hey Swaraj, good morning.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
So good morning, Swaraj. Good morning. So these 4 servers are running now. Now your Ansible tool will copy Docker file first. When Docker file copied to the Docker file is copied to your Docker to the Ansible admin, we can see it. This folder name we can see it. How the Docker is running, right? Select it. Control C. So here is your admin name. Ans admin is your username, which we created. I shown you yesterday. Ans admin. The steps, everything I will send in. I will share in the document folder. How to create these all users. Whatever I explained, I will mention that. So this is a username. So as of now, ls if you say nothing is there. Our present working directory if you say what you getting /home/ans admin, right? The same thing we're discussing here. /home/admin. So here in your Docker fold, Docker means you see here I'm Docker. I'm saying if you know Ansible, if you remember Ansible, then you know this as well. Control C, exit, and if I open etc Ansible and post directory, here is a Docker. This Docker is a group name. This group name I'm referring. Whenever I refer this group name in my YAML file, then actually I'm referring to my IP address. This is IP address. IP address ending with 44.135. That means what? If you go to our instances here, Docker, if you select 44.135, this is nothing but your Docker's IP address. So that we mentioned in the host file. When you're learning Ansible, I explained these things, right? So it is available in the ans host file. Similarly, this is for EKS. This is for EKS. So this EKS and Docker, how we refer in the YAML file, Ansible playbook, like this host Docker. When I say this task will execute in the will only execute in the Docker server. And if you come down here, I'm saying hosts EKS. I'm saying when I'm saying EKS, nothing but I'm referring to now EKS system. That is nothing but this one. So here also Control C. If you say present working directory, here also it having its own directory /homes and admin. I have created in the morning. Okay. Yesterday I shown the same thing, but I have prepared it. So it also having the same thing. That means your Docker file will be copied to this folder, and your var file generated by your Maven also copied into Ansible. And then finally, your Docker, your Ansible tool will run this command Docker build. When it is running, after copying the var file to this target, that to this destination folder, that is nothing but your Docker system, Docker server. On that server, your Ansible taking control. Actually, it is taking control of your Docker, and your Ansible is running this command. Normally, we used to run this command manually. We used to run this command, but now everything is automation, right? So now human involvement will not be there. Only tools will do the actions. So for that, only one time setup we have to do. This is only one time setup. Whatever we learned till now, we did everything manually. So in this project, I am explaining how automation can be done. This will be this won't we won't do it every day. Only one time. If any issues, we will have to fix the issue in the YAML file in the playbook. So this command will be executed. What this command will do, it will prepare the image, and then it will push it to the Docker hub. So Docker hub, which one I'm pushing? Flipkart app. I want to push it. After it is pushing, then one moment, this may expire. I will say so. Now your Ansible will push and it will prepare the image. Up to here, our image will be prepared. Up to here, our image will be prepared. Any network issue? Shibin, till now, do you have any questions? Shibin, up to here, do you have any questions?
No. So you're saying that we are not setting up this YAML file on daily basis. It is like already set if any
Only
issues
one.
would come, so we have to change it, right?
Correct.
That will be no.
Yes, 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 yes. Perfect, perfect. You are right. We won't
So
do
it
this
will
every
not
day.
like the
Mhm.
start of the new project or something like that. Right time only we have to set up.
Correct. You are right. Only one time.
Okay.
Only one time we do. Only one time we do. Just a moment. Actually, the others forgot or what? I'm not sure. One moment. Let me try to connect them.
Yeah, sure.
So one moment, please. I just message to them. Maither joined. Hello, Maither. Good morning.
Hi, Madan. Good morning.
Good morning, Maither. Yesterday we have completed 85% of project actually. So today we were continuing the same thing actually. You can watch, it is uploaded already on our
Okay.
Google Drive. Okay, please watch it. Okay, once you watch,
Okay.
you'll
I
understand.
didn't get that video, Madan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You, you don't have the Google. You don't have the Google Drive link, Maither.
That one I don't have. Yesterday class I didn't. I didn't have. For up to 70 sessions I have.
You, yeah, in the same, in that only you will have. You just go to Google
Yesterday,
Drive. It has uploaded. Yeah, yesterday
today you have
uploaded.
uploaded, right?
No,
Okay,
no,
I'll check,
yesterday only.
Madan. Okay, I'll
Yes,
check it.
please. Okay, okay, right, right. Thank you. So, who also has joined, not yet joined? Naveen, forgot it?
Yeah, yes,
Oh, I thought I
yeah, actually, at the end of the abstract class, I have left the session. So, actually, I'm in office at that moment. Really
oh,
thanks for
okay,
the
okay, got it.
application. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying for others to connect. One moment, please. Just give me a few seconds, few minutes, please. So while working on this project, if anybody have any issues, you can call me or you can ping me, and you can ask me questions wherever, anywhere. If you stuck anyway, I'm sending you the instructions in the document folder. Follow it. Also listen the recording. If you have any problem, just let me know. I will fix the issues. Okay. So we have what we are doing, as I explained as last week. It's not going back. Okay. So we are following this architecture. We're following this architecture, but this architecture is not fully shown here. Yeah, this one, but here Kubernetes is not there. See, yeah, one moment. The thing is that if you see this architecture, yeah, this looks nice. So yesterday also explained the Git. We have a code in GitHub. From GitHub, Jenkins will pull the code, and Jenkins will do what? It will in on the Jenkins we have installed what? Maven. Maven will do what? It will build the Maither actually he never joins, but today joined luckily. Maybe internet issue. We will join. Let's see. One message also there.
That I dropped one. That's the recording is
Oh, okay, okay, right. Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So Jenkins, when on the Jenkins, now I have created Jenkins as well on our machine. So all four, all EKS and everything is running. Jenkins are also running. So I tell you in documentation what type of servers. See, one is medium. Jenkins should be GT medium, Docker micro I am taken, EKS is micro, everything is micro. These are the nodes, 2 nodes running, okay, and remaining all are micro are enough. Only Jenkins I am taking medium size. Fine. So as per this picture, yesterday we all did a mistake actually. Yesterday, why it has not worked yesterday, right? I told you that on the Docker only, Docker to the Docker group we added Ansible admin user, right? That means Docker commands can be executed only by Ansible admin user only. Yesterday, the push command did not work actually. Why? Because we are running, we are logged in on the root login. On the root user, we have logged in. We should have logged in on Ansible admin user. At the time, when you have to go to switch to admin user, sorry, admin Ansible admin user, and then we have to do the login. If you do the login on root user or other user, then our Docker will not allow to connect to the Docker hub. That is a mistake we did. Anyway, that we'll see in a moment. Otherwise, everything is perfect actually. So as per this architecture, our Jenkins will pull the code and it will assign that job to build a tool to build the code. Once it is built, the tar file will be generated. The tar file, what our Ansible do is it will copy that, it will send the tar file as well as the Docker file. Both files it will send to the Docker server, to a Docker server. And in the Docker server, where Ansible will copy it, the path whatever we give, whatever path we give, that it will copy. So it will copy the Docker file and the target file, the target folder itself, complete target folder it is copying. Okay, now it's copying target folder itself completely, and where it is copying in this path, home admin, home Ansible admin. So where they are existing in your Docker host. This is your Docker host. Docker means nothing but we are configured it in your hosts file, right? In that you have IP address. So these are the two. This is a username. In this, these two files are copied. Okay, once these two files are copied, once these are available at this path, then our Ansible tool, since it is assigned, it has added to, not yet added actually, we have to do that. So if you go to a running instances, say Docker instance, Control C, you see here, if you say password present working directory, home Ansible admin, home Ansible admin, nothing but here when I run this playbook, these two files, Docker file and target folder, both will be copied to this path. When you say at the time when you run the playbook, when you say ls, we should see Docker file and target folder both. After that, our Ansible will run this command. Normally, we used to run this manually. We used to do that previously. Now, your Ansible will do that. Our Ansible will do that. We won't do that. Okay, right? We won't do that. Ansible will do that. It's automation. But and to do that, Ansible has to be given permission for that. For that reason, what we have to do? Okay, just come out of it. We have to add the Ansible, right, to this group. What is that? User mod or sudo user mod. Okay, I want to add to this group. Which group? I have to add to a group called Docker group. Docker is a group name. And what is the username? Ansadmin. You're asking for the password, the user which I have created just now. Now it is added. It is now added to the group of Docker now. Now, because this is must actually. If you don't add this, what happens? If you don't add this, what did I say? Okay, no problem. So if you don't add this, what will happen? If you don't add this, what happens is you cannot execute this command. You cannot execute this command. For copying these files, we don't require any permission, but to execute this command by Ansible tool on Docker machine, then Docker server should allow that. For that reason, we are giving the permission. Your Linux machine should allow that. Your Linux machine, we have to tell that allow other service, other application to execute this command of other application. That is, Ansible is application. It is trying to run another application's command. So it cannot possible directly. For that, we have to give permission to Ansible application to run this command. For that we have to add Ansible application or user, tell the user to Docker group. So whoever belonging to Ansible admin group, they can execute these commands. Next, push command. So this also will execute. Yesterday it failed because why it has failed? Because we logged in. Where we logged in yesterday? Yesterday I will show the issue and then we will continue. Okay, we'll see the issue also again and we will fix the issue. So first we will continue this step. Yesterday we stuck up here. Once you complete it and then we take the second part. Okay, first we have to successfully do this part. Okay, right. So yeah, please have put questions. If you have any questions, please ask them. I will explain if any questions. Now let's go to our Jenkins server. This is our Jenkins server, and I told you yesterday this is a slave node. This is a slave node for our Ansible. Sorry, Jenkins. This Ansible will become a slave node, and Ansible will control both of them by using playbook. It will communicate with them because playbook having just commands, right? So Ansible is a tool only for made for that purpose. So it is good to man. It will manage these servers, both of them. It will run the commands both of them, right? Now I also in the morning I prepared the setup as well, and I checked that whether the commands are working or not. I mean to say whether I'm able to run the able to ping command or not. That also I checked it and I have clarified them. So here switch to Ansible admin. This all setup is completed. Clear the screen. So I have to able to ping, right, Ansible hyphen sorry, all, and module name is ping module. See, I'm able to ping both of them. This is 40 ending with 195. 195 means what? 195 means what? Docker, see the private is public private key, you see 40 is not 195. That means it is in one Docker. What it having 44.135, right? 44.135. 44.135. So 44.135. Yeah, this is the Docker's one. 44.135. Other should be our EKS 43.195. This machine IP. So if you check this, where is our EKS? Your EKS. So EKS having 43.195. So EKS having 43.195. That means both server now our Ansible able to communicate. Our Ansible now able to communicate with both these servers. That means our Ansible will manage both of them now. Any command it can execute on these machines. It got the required permissions on those both machines. Now Ansible, this particular Ansible machine will be maintained by Jenkins. How? Jenkins, we have to add this node as a slave node to Jenkins. That I have not done. Just a moment. We'll do that as well. So go to our dashboard and in the manage node Jenkins, go to manage Jenkins. Go to nodes here. Here our main server is running, medium type. It is running here. I want to click on new node. I will say here Ansible node without space, permanent agent. Copy this. I will use the same as for label also. So here labels I'm pasting that name Ansible node, and what is the remote root directory? So this is my Ansible machine, right? This is Docker, this is Ansible. So here if I say present working directory, I'm getting this one. I want to create one more directory as well. Here I want to store the files, the target the where files and the other stuff. Make directory workloads, enter cd workloads, present working directory. So I will copy this path. So that means any files created will be copied over here. Any files and folders created, that will be copied over here without any space. Okay, give that. That's all. Okay, next what? Usage, use this node as much as possible. Okay, launch method, you are connecting via SSH. Select it. Host name. Here we have to give our Ansible's private IP address. Where is our Ansible? Here, this is our Ansible, right? So how to connect this Ansible? Ansible will have its own private IP address. Copy this. Here I have to copy the host name, private IP address. And how you log in? Jenkins, click on Jenkins. Here it will show you username with password, and here you give the username, that is Ansible admin, and your password, whatever you have given while creating the account, user account. Something I will give admin ID. Here also I will give admin ID, something. Perfect. And come down, add, click on add button. Here in the drop down that will come, select it. You have selected it. And post key verification strategy, select manually trusted key verification strategy. Use this one, and that's all. Save this. Now in a few minutes it should connect to our Jenkins. Now this connection will establish. Now a connection will establish between your Jenkins and Ansible. A connection will establish, right? Then once it is ready, what we have to do? Yesterday we have ran some commands, right? This one we did, right? Yeah, I can use this one. Correct. The same thing I can use. Of course, Maven 396. This is not. This one I have not yet created. We did yesterday, right? I have to create it again. So for that, let me duplicate this window. Where I have to do that? In the Manage Jenkins, in the Tools section. Just scroll down. Here, add Maven. Here, you give the Maven 396 name, 396 version. Yeah, apply, save. Now let us create a new pipeline job. Any name here? Amazon shopping website or something. I will say Flipkart shopping website, for example, and take the pipeline and click on OK. Go to click on pipeline on the left side. Directly come over here and let us paste our content. So Ansible playbook is a command which we execute. The same command I am executing. Task.yaml file, it is available already in our GitHub. This is the same file. Task.yaml, this is the same file, right? And what happened to this, whether the node connected or not? Just click on nodes on the left side, or on the top you can get nodes. So it's not running. So click again. Click on this name. It is saying launch agent. Okay, click on launch agent. Why it is failing? I told you yesterday. Java is not installed on this machine, right? So let us try that. Okay. Here I will say exit, so that I will come to root user. Here I will say yum install Java. Yes. Right. So ping google.com. So one more time you click on this node, Ansible node. Click on launch node, launch agent. Now it is saying started. Okay, it is started now, connected on, it's online, running now. Perfect, it is running now. Click on nodes again. Where it is showing in sync. Okay, now we can run our job. So apply, save. Let us run this. Now when I run this, what happens? Because it's a slave now. One thing, did we, yeah, in this copy, did I copy that label also? Agent any, this is not it. This mistake is still there. You see, we are not added Ansible node. This yesterday we got issue, right? Enter. So which node we are running? So our slave node, right? Our slave node has a label, right? That label I forgot to add, right? Now go here, go to our configure section, pipeline. Here agent any is not correct. We have to give our node. Yeah, our node is Ansible node. Perfect. Apply, save. Now build now. When you do build now, what happens? Jenkins will connect to Ansible node, and Ansible node, in that node the playbook, whatever playbook is there, that will be executed one by one. So let us see what will happen. So it is running now. So go to this and see the console. Right click and click console on the right click, open a new tab. So if you're getting like this, what you have to do, I told you yesterday, go here, go to your node here and just select your node name, click on bring this node back online. Click this one, you have to click. It is work now. So Maven is building, a wire file will be generated. Now Ansible playbook started. It connected to EKS, sorry Docker, connected to Docker, copied the file, copied the WAR file also, building the image now. Image build will take time. Image is built, but push here we stuck yesterday, right? Denied request, here we wasted a lot of time. Actually the mistake is very simple mistake, the basic fundamentals we all forgot actually yesterday. Anyway, that I will explain. Before that, build image is ready. That means on a Docker machine, build image should be ready now. So go to a Docker machine. So these are very common mistakes. If you anyway, these things we won't do every day, remember that. The playbook writing, these things we won't do every day, we won't do every day. But if anybody, if while you're doing it you face any issues, then by seeing this you should get very, you should become very familiar with these errors. Okay, so better you get as many errors as possible, you have to fix them. Once you next time, no, you will never face any issue, and you will never afraid if you get any issues also. So issues should be welcome in the beginning stage, but not in the middle of the project. That, anyway, let's connect to our Docker machine. This is our Docker machine. Control C. Okay, now present working directory, yeah, ls, you see Docker file is there. Target, both are copied by your Ansible tool. And Docker images, you see Docker images. Okay, so I'm in the, where I'm using in the ans admin user, so I cannot see it, right? If you want to see it, of course you can use sudo, but before that what I will do, I will go to root user, exit. I'm in the root user now. Here if you say Docker images, I can see this is the image, flip part image. This is the image created just now, about a minute ago it is created, about a minute it is created. So why it is created? Why it is created? Because we have given the command to build it. So it is built, it has built it, right? File, same thing. We first copied the files, Docker file must be there. So Docker file was there. Okay, Docker file was there and it built it. Now pushing it having problem. Yesterday what we did? Yesterday, by seeing this show, what we did immediately, 1 minute, I'm sorry for this multiple windows. Yesterday by seeing this, I told you that it is not able to push because we have to log in. The GitHub is not allowing to log into the machine. So here if you see Docker Hub login, let us go to our Docker Hub first. Yeah, login, let us log in there first. So here you see we don't have the image which we just saw. This image was not yet pushed, right? This has not pushed. So this has to be pushed. This has to be pushed, and it is not here. And because the login permission is not there. So what we did yesterday, we simply did Docker login. We had to say Docker login, then it will ask username. We have logged in successfully. We have logged in successfully, but still we faced the similar issue yesterday. Okay, we faced the same issue yesterday. Why? That is because of the user. Because of the user, we face the issue. But anyway, where is that? Ansible. It is facing. It is failing, right? What I will do? I will run one more time. One more build. First build is failed now. I will try next time. Build now. Yesterday we stuck up here. We built next time also, but still we faced the same issue. Console output. So here in the console output now, if you click on the notes, now again you have to click on the status, and you will get this button. Click on this and go to here. Now it will start. Now let's see the same issue which we faced yesterday. I'm trying to reproduce it. Image is already there. It won't take much time. See, again it failed. Again it failed. Here yesterday we stuck actually. Why it has failed? Even though we logged in, why it has failed? Because you are logging as a root user. You are logging as a root user, but we are executing the script. We are executing the script as a Ansible user, Ansible admin user. We are not root user. If root user is doing everything, then no issues. But this script executed by whom? This script, this Ansible tool using this script as a running it as a ans admin user, ans admin user. So, and if you remember, we have added just now admin user. Where is that? So if I say Control C, history, command of history, if you see, where's that command? We have not added that. Oh, we run that actually in that user. We run on that user. See, su ans admin. Sorry. CD. Now if you type history here are set of other different set of commands. Here different set of commands. These instructions commands we ran on root user, and these commands we ran on Ansible user. Both are different. There are 28 commands. Here 26 commands. So what we did here, we added Ansible user to the Docker group. Why? Why? Because we allowed Ansible user to run. We taken here by adding. So that is the reason it able to build this. It able to build this. Now to run this, it will run it. But thing is, the login we have to run the login here. Login user we have to do here. Login Docker login. Docker login we have to do here. But if you see in the root in the history, we did there yesterday. We did here Docker login. So this commands goes to our root user, not to your ans admin user. Hello.
Madan?
Somebody. Yes.
Yeah, Madan. Yeah, instead of
Yes, sir.
giving
Yes,
in
Naveen.
manually by Docker login. Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Naveen. Yes, I'm
Hello?
hearing
Are
you.
you able to hear me? Yes. Yeah, instead
Yes.
of giving manually Docker login. Sorry?
If you do it manually, also same problem. It will have the same problem.
No. I am asking instead of giving Docker login manually, can we write in that playbook? Is there any option like that?
You can write. You can
Yeah,
write
in
here. You
playbook
can write
itself.
here,
Okay.
but your passwords will be exposed. You can
Okay.
write in a different variable file. You can write in different variable
Okay.
file, and you can use. You can pass them over here. Okay. You can write here. Where is that? Yeah. You can write here something like same command. You can write over here same command. Not here. Sorry. Here where are the commands? Sorry, in the YAML file, right? In the YAML file.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So in the YAML file, here we can write it, but you have to keep it in a different variable file. But here, if you want, you build image is built and pushing. Before pushing, you can write one more task here. One more task like something comment, okay, docker login. Okay, here you should say docker login, and here your username. Okay, your username. Okay, and your password without space, something like password, and your password here. But your password will be exposed here. But you can use variable here. You can bring your variable over here, or something like, no, you can write your, if you have variable, you can directly put your variable here, your variable name here. Okay, password, you create a variable and you can create here. That way you can do it. It will work.
Okay, okay.
Right, it
Thank
will
you.
work. Try that. Okay, now this is the problem yesterday. This was the problem. So where are we? So now, okay, I clicked here. Anyway, I clicked here. Now I'm logging in Ansible as a user, Ansible user. You see now, again, username is the same thing I'm doing, but user I'm different as a new user. I'm doing Madan DevOps 2024. Now this is the correct way of doing it, because we have given permission here. We added our Ansible user to this group, and now you running the login command in another root user. How will it work? It will not work. You will not, and you are logging here somewhere here. You are doing as a root user. Then how your Docker will allow, or Docker will not allow? So you must log in your Ansible admin only. So now go to our job now again. Now again one more time we have to build it. Click this job name, build now, and for that you have to enable our node again. Oh, it's nice, it's running. No, it's not running. Go to your dashboard, manage nodes. This is a node. Bring is, it is not running. You see, it is not running. Second job, right? Yeah, third job is running, but it's stuck. Let's show you. Console output is here only. So you have to click on this bring home then button, and it will run now. Now here if you see Docker Hub, here we don't have any repository with the Flipkart now, so it should push it. Now this step will pass out easily. You see that step is completed. Okay, failure is there, that we fix it, but you see build image is done, pushing also done. Pushing also done. That means our image, our Docker Hub should received by now. Flipkart, right? Click on this. You see Flipkart is received here. Last push less than a minute ago. Any questions here, please? So the mistake, please understand the mistake here is very important. So regularly we won't do. I won't do this regularly. Very rarely we do. If any issues we fix in the YAML file, but we won't do this everyday process. That's the reason somehow it skipped up from my mind. But we have to remember all this. If you did multiple times, we will not forget it. But of course, this kind of scenarios will not. We won't do it multiple times regularly. Any questions here, please? Click what is pushed now. If no questions, then let us understand what is the error. So it is pushed. Now what happened? It went to next step, deploying into Kubernetes cluster. Deploying into Kubernetes cluster. Task gathering facts, copying is done. What it copied? Let us understand what it has copied. To you go to your script here, EKS, it connected it deployment into Kubernetes cluster and copy section. Yeah, it said it is copied this file, YAML file, to where home and admin. Where this is in your EKS. Let us go to our EKS. So let me ping google.com. These are EKS. Control C, present working directory, home and admin, right? So it is saying it has the first step is copying this YAML file. What is that YAML file? This is the one. And what is this one? I told you this is the one which we learned in our regular class. This is a deployment resource. It is creating two replicas, two pods. It will create two pods. The strategy it is using is rolling update. And then this is a pod definition. It's a pod definition. So it is saying that the pod the pod name the pod image is this is the image flick part. The flick part which is which is in our what you call git docker hub. It is in the docker hub, it is there. It will pull it from there. That is the reason we are saying image pull policy always. So we are saying always you must pull it. That's a condition I'm putting over here. So you to always pull it from the docker hub only. Why? Because I want always the latest one. If it is already existing, it will use the existing one. I want it from github only. And this pod can be accessible using port number 8080. This container can be accessed from 8080 port. And these are the labels for this pod. And your dashboard is using the match labels environment dev. It is using this label. Anyone it can use. Out of these three, it can use anyone. It is using env. That's it, simple. Okay, so this file it's saying it has pushed. It's saying it has pushed to this location. Let us see that. ls. You see this file is copied here. And this file is also copied. This is a load balancer service, right? So if you see next step, copying this also copied. This file also copied. And this is very simple, right? This is a load balancer. How we can communicate with our pod? We require some service, right? So node port or extra load balancer should be there. So I'm saying a load balancer. That means from a load balancer will be created. A load balancer will be created. Where it will be created? Here. A load balancer will be created here. If you come down here, load balancer, open it in new tab. As of now, non load balancer, it will create in a moment. But we got error. That is the reason it has not created load balancer. So, and this load balancer is saying that it is using selector as a blue color blue. Color blue is nothing but your pod stack. Your pod stack. Come over here. This is your pod, right? This pod is using the color tab, color with name blue, right? So so why I'm using here blue and why I'm using here env and dev? No reason. You can use anything, no problem, because it containing three labels. Out of these three, you can use anything, your wish. Okay, you can use anything. But sometimes what happens, some pods maybe having blue, some may have already having dev, and but of course there is no possibility of having your key and value both same. Key and value both same. There is no guarantee, but still there is no guarantee. That is the reason sometimes what happens, when you are using selector, you better combine all three. It will be very strong to connect to only that particular pod only. Okay, that is the idea. That's nothing more than that. So this is your port number 8080. That means your pod will be connected using with port number 80, and your pod then internally diverts the request to your container running on port number 8080. That is what we mentioned here. Port number container port is 8080. So whenever you connecting your connecting to our pod through load balancer to this load balancer, then load balancer will forward the request to your pod. Pod is running on port number 80. Then the pod again redirects that request to your container directly. So that way it will flow. Okay, okay, that is fine. Both are fine. Both are fine. Now here where it is failing, it is failing while running this command kubectl apply. This command it is failing. Okay, I'm sorry, it is failing here also. It has to run both files, right? We do it manually, this one and this one we do it both manually, right? So first of all, deploy the deployment service, and next deploy the load balancer. If you want, you can write both of them in the single file, and one apply is enough. You can, if you have multiple files, you can do it like this. Okay, so error is very simple. It's again some issue with the permission. What is the permission issue? It is saying Kate's deployment. It is failing here. So it is saying kubectl apply -f deployment. While running this command, what issue it's coming? The connection to the server location 80 was refused. Did you specify the right host port number? So actually, if you remember, ls, yeah, I'm an Ansible admin user. Okay, just exit from this Ansible admin user. Now I'm in the root user. If you run kubectl, kubectl, and what is that? Get nodes. We got the nodes ready. And if you let us check also whether any pods running here. No pods. We know that. Of course, no pods are there. Okay, no problem. But here, when you run this command, kubectl get nodes, it will show this command. Also, when you run this command, if you run this command manually, which one? If you want to run this command directly, if you copy this, and paste here, it will run, it will execute it. But I don't want to do it here because I'm a root user. I can do it. But if you go to your Ansible admin user, okay, cd, if I run here, it won't work. If I run this command, it won't work. It's saying the connection to server local was refused due to same error what we observed just now. We tried it. Our Ansible tried this command. This error displayed. This error it is showing to us here. Same error. So what happening is your Ansible admin does not have required control on the nodes. It does not have required controls on the nodes. So it does not know where the nodes are. It does not know where the nodes are. But your root user knows it. How it knows it? But this, how the come this doesn't know, and this user doesn't know how the root user knows it. Why? Because how it knows, because exit ls. If you say ls hyphen a, always remember a .q file will be always created whenever you install your Kubernetes cluster. Your cluster information will be stored in your .q folder. In the .q folder, you will have a config file. In that config file, your cluster information will be stored here. cd.q ls, here config is there. If you say cat config, so it will store the cluster information. So config, so API version v1 clusters, saying it's cluster and certificate authority data. So this how to connect to it, all the required permissions and other things it will have. And this is a cluster name. This is a cluster name. So various other things are there here. So which region it is they are running, everything will be stored here, right? So this information our root user already have in the .q folder, but our Ansible admin user does not have. For that, what we have to do? Very simple. We have to create .q folder also in our Ansible user. In this user folder, we have to create an cube folder, and in that I have to create a file called config file, and in that I have to copy this content. That's it. Nothing more than that. Then it will work. Copy this. In real time, these situations, whenever you're doing first time, you will face it. In interview they may ask you, but I doubt it. If they ask you, please remember the scenario, right? So now exit, sorry, now go to our admin user, Ansible admin user, give your Ansible admin password, cd, clear the screen. You are in the Ansible admin user. Now if you say ls -a, we don't have .cube file. Now create it, make directory .cube, right? Now cd.cube. Now you have to create a file, config file. Open it, a new file, insert and paste the content. Escape. Am I recording this? All these things? Yes. Thank God. So fine. So now our Ansible config file got the required information. Now your Ansible also understands. If you, for example, what do you call cd? If you see history, this command failed. I will not run now. I will not run it. I will use my Jenkins tool for that. But one thing let us run, that is kubectl. Kubectl, if you say get nodes, I should have shown you before. Anyway, no problem. Get nodes. Now it will show you. But if you in case cd dot cube. Okay, remove config. I have removed. If you see ls, I have removed it. Now if you say kubectl, the command, same command, previous command, the same error you will get. So whenever you get this error, then you should understand our user does not have the cluster information. That's it. Let it be here, no problem. Now our application will run smoothly. This issue will solve by now. So this issue will solve now. Well, for that, again go to your report and build now. So and here I have to start it again. It will start, right? It will start, no problem. And our load balancer also should build now. Our load balancer also, till before it was not there. If everything goes fine, you will get a load balancer over here in a moment. Now deployment is, everything is done, finished, success. Okay, it is done now. So now let us go here and see. Just refresh here. You see, we got our load balancer. Now I can connect our application now. Same thing which we used to do before. DNS name. What is the DNS name? Is the DNS name? It will, you have to give some time. It will take some time. Okay, control V here. Press enter. It will take some time. You have to wait. Okay, it is preparing the, and meanwhile let's get here and now run the kubectl and get nodes. And also let us see the pods also. See, 2 pods are created. 2 pods are running now. Just the age is 54 seconds back. Both are running now. And get the services as well. Or load balance service should be getting running here. So this is service, load balance service. Don't go with this name. I forgot to change the name, but otherwise this is load balance service running on this path. So till now, do you have any questions? So it is very fair and straightforward, but only problem is with the giving permissions, other things. Okay. 1 minute, please. Now your Tomcat is ready now. How can you access an application? Tomcat, you have to provide at the end. You have to provide your application name. That is shipping, shopping. So where I can I get it? Whatever name our var file having, the same name. Var file, if you go here, Control C, Control ls, cd target. So whatever our var file having, the same file name, that's the same, that is nothing but your application name only. Okay, you can copy this and you can paste over here. Enter. So application could be anything. It's a very huge application or a small application, no problem. Process is same. Process is same, right? So our application deploying working fine. So in this picture, some people implement differently. Some people, what they do, they directly install your Docker, Kubernetes, everything in single machine without help of Ansible. They directly install everything in the Jenkins server only, and they will connect to your Docker. They will directly write the scripts in the YAML file for connecting to the Docker In the pipeline, they will write the scripts to connect to Docker and Kubernetes. But that is not the correct way. People, because if multiple servers in running in the Jenkins, and Jenkins also has to do multiple other tasks as well, your server may crash. If you're running Docker and Kubernetes, everything, your cluster also you're running in the Jenkins server, then it's a bad architecture and your Jenkins will fail. Some people do it because it's very easy to do it, and by using Ansible, only first time we have to do the authentication stuff. That is also easy if you understand, just go through my video. So that is also easy. Once you did that, then Ansible tool will do its job very well. So never, if at all anybody in you, if you join in a company, if anybody using that kind of architecture, you can always you can always advise them to go with Ansible. Some people, some, you see, some managers will not insist you. Some small companies or big companies, if they're following it properly, fine, but they will not force you. But they can, you are allowed to give your uh, share your knowledge. You can tell them what benefits you are getting. So some companies, they won't bother what you are using. End of the day, they are working or not, that is the only thing they do. And if you divide it different servers, it is easy for them to manage. In future, it is very easy to manage, and if any issues coming, only that machine with that server will fail, right? So if you see any architectures where your everything happening on the Jenkins server itself, then it is not a correct way of doing, remember, right? So please go through these videos, and let me know in it implementing in this project. If you have any issue, let me know. All right. What else? Any questions, please? On Monday we will start our Azure. We'll continue with Azure on Monday, from Monday at same time, 9 a.m. And Shibin and Swaraj, if you want to join, you can join. So now I will stop the cluster now. Any questions, please? Naveen, Hua, anybody? Swaraj? Before I stop this setup, any questions, please?
But then we had copied that from root config file to user, right? Admin user, right? For that also we can write in the YAML file, right? By giving source and destination, like that.
Yes, yeah, good idea. It's a good idea. You can do it.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, you can do it. Right. So yeah, please, you can do a lot of things actually. We have many modules like command module. We have many modules. Please, that is the reason initially we learned how to copy, and because now it is very easy, right? Copying the file from one user to another user. That is only you have to check. That's it. Simple. If you do the go to the documentation, you can find that also. Whatever Navin talked. So Navin was saying that whatever activity I have done just now to copy the config file to the .cube folder, then that you know how to create a folder. We did it in our Ansible sessions. We created some files, make directory command we created, right? So there we mentioned a module name called file here, and file and the file name and status as directory, right? Then the directory is created. Like that, you can create a .cube folder, and then you can copy a config file, and you can copy it. For that, you can use this one, right? Simple. Try that one as well. Okay. Any other questions, please? So
No
the code,
problem.
everything is available in the same Kubernetes file. Thank you. Thank you. So the code is available here. The same project, FedEx project, March 13. Here in this, go to here. Here we have the task YAML and LB service and Docker files. Don't use this Jenkins file. I have not updated it. Jenkins files, don't use this one. So what I will do, uh, mhm. Otherwise, I can add a Jenkins file here as well. One more Jenkins file I will add here, and I will mention at the end that is for the project. And this is our common one for practicing regular things. I will add one more file here. In that, I will keep our Jenkins script which we discussed just now. This one I will keep. Okay, what are we using? The same thing I'll put over there. Okay, okay then, and be careful. to terminate your clusters once you are done. So exit sudo as the root user. I'm running the command to delete the cluster. Then cluster name I change it to 4, I think. Yeah, it will be cleaned now. So that's all for today. We'll meet on Monday again. Okay. Thank you for your time, and thank you for joining on weekend. Thank you for your time. Take care. We meet on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Vasu.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you all.